medics and other healers, and then queue up the DPS on who do you want to keep alive and who can you sacrifice if somebody has to die. So like, I definitely wouldn't heal Smash.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to lose.
How do you, I guess, how do you decide what spells to use? Like what, like in general, right? Like, I know you played a paladin for most of your time, but like, what are some like basic things about picking your spells? Like, is it more mana management, or is it more what heal's gonna do the best?
Expansions now, they've kind of streamlined it so much to where you really don't have to worry about it. You've got the spell that needs to be kept on cooldown, and then you've just got your super fast heal, which heals decent and uses a shit ton of mana, and then you've got your slow heal, which is mana efficient but takes a while to cast. It's like Paladin, you keep Holy Shock on cooldown, which is anywhere from like 5 to 8 seconds, and then you'd use Flash Shield to quickly heal somebody, and then Holy Light to slowly heal somebody.
I see. So they've basically kind of made it so only an idiot couldn't understand.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say it's idiot-proof, but that's the general gist of it. Obviously, it gets different once you throw in like Disciplined Priests and Resto Druids in there.
Are you going to run dungeons or quests, Marcus?
I'd prefer to run dungeons right now until I get to like Wrath of the Lich King level.
Fight me.
Oh, you want to roll?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm good for 1 or 2. Tired, but we can party sync and I'll have access to no hunter abilities.
Are you gonna go on your hunter?
Yeah. Woo! I got 5,000 health. All right, let's do it.
See, I didn't know you could do that at that high level.
Yep.
All right, do you gimp my XP, or is it just like, doesn't matter?
Nope, not at all. Does not matter. Oh man, I'm missing, like, I'm capped at 60 though, so like I only have up to level 60 talents, which is awful because I'm missing Stomp, I'm missing Aspect of the Beast, I'm missing Post Haste, no Beast Cleave.
Sucks. Where's Pete and Jake, man? They were...
It's Saturday. They probably got lives. Well, Sunday now here.
Are you Central or Eastern, Ash?
Eastern.
Oh. Are you gonna roll anything for Shadowlands, Steve? Or are you pretty much Final Fantasy guy now?
Wasn't really planning on playing WoW. Like I said, I haven't been playing Final Fantasy much either.
I see.
It's kind of real from MMOs.
Yeah. Now that I've got my working from home situation all situated and like, check this out, bro. I did all my work for next week already.
It's always a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. I could just fucking play WoW every night and stay up late. Well, I mean, like, the way things work right now is because my wife is dealing with the little one. I wake up with my oldest son and we hang out until about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then my wife wakes up with the baby, and then we start our day. And then I usually start working if I have any work to do, but for the most part it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I hit my laptop. You're 100% work from home, right, Smash?
Yep.
How is your day? Like, how do you like organize your days?
I had to develop a routine because I was getting nothing done otherwise. I get distracted pretty easily. So, yeah, no, I'll wake up, I'll have some coffee, I'll read some blogs. We have a meeting every morning. So I'll join the Zoom meeting and we just kind of talk about our sprint and stuff. And we'll talk about fantasy football and stuff like that. Then I'll usually do a little bit of exercise after that, and then get something to eat, and then kind of like something light to eat, and then just dive into work for the next 6 hours or so.
That's not bad.
Nope.
What about you, Steve? Are you 100% work from home?
Not exactly. I will be here in a week and a half when I quit my job.
Wait, what?
You gonna quit?
What did they do to you?
What
Tired
didn't
of
they
stress.
do to him?
What was that, Steve?
Tired of the stress, the bullshit. The pros didn't outweigh the cons anymore.
You have another job lined up, or?
And nothing's 100% yet.
Oh, buddy, I got my cooldowns rolling. Wonder if my pets are gonna pull. I don't even know where they're at.
Even before that, Marcus, no, my type of job doesn't. I can't work from home.
Oh,
It all has to be done on specialized machines, which I would like to have some of those machines at home, but that shit is not cheap.
and they're like, we're not gonna let you take this shit home.
Oh, definitely not.
And you know what's funny is, like, my job, we just completely digitalized our grievance process. So now it's all electronic, and it was like the perfect time to do it, because it's like, oh shit, we gonna have to work from home. Like, I mean, my office used to work from home before I got there. They just had to go to the office every week and print their shit, but now it's all digital, so it's just like entering into an HTML box. When do you guys think we'll get a vaccine?
makes it warrior right now is with you being able to get multiple strains of it, how effective the vaccine's actually going to be.
It's true.
Probably same as the flu. What's that? 60% or something?
Well, I hear the first vaccine, the one that's like that's got the most promise, isn't really a vaccine per se. It's just a booster, right? Like they give you proteins or something like that that make it easier for you to fight it. It's not like the polio vaccine.
Right. I know they were trying to do several different things, and actually, now that I think about it, they're testing it on the military right now on the West Coast. My sister was supposed to get it, but since she's technically still stationed under Texas, even though she's training in San Diego right now, she didn't have to take it.
She in the Navy? Did you say yes?
Yeah, so she dodged that bullet.
She at Coronado right now?
I'm not sure.
San Diego?
San Diego, yeah.
Yep.
She's in the middle of training and shit.
That's a big one. What the fuck happened to that druid?
He went down there and didn't like just stay down there.
Yeah, I saw that, and then he pulled a bunch of mobs. Fucking weirdo.
But yeah, I'm hoping we can just like. I don't think we're gonna get it enough to go back to normal until maybe March or April. My uncle, who's an epidemiologist, he's like totally freaked out. He was totally freaked out by this thing when it first came out because pretty much every one of his, friends in the other fields, the other epidemiologists in the other counties were like, this thing can spread so fast that people that we could save are just gonna die because we just don't have the beds.
Yeah, it was interesting because I came in close contact with it a couple times. I never did get it, and I don't know.
It's a pretty weak virus compared to other viruses.
Well, it's very sensitive to ultraviolet.
Yeah.
It kills it, but the problem is that it spreads so easily, like in a restaurant or in an office, like where people are just sitting. Like you heard the story about that business meeting in Wuhan, right? Where it basically was like the epicenter.
No.
So it was a business meeting in Wuhan. It was like 6 Americans and 2 Chinese guys. And one of the Chinese guys had it, and he spread it to everybody in his table, all the Americans that all lived in different states. He spread it to 2.
Were they kissing?
No, they were sitting at the table talking. And spread it to 2 of the waitresses, 2 of the cooks, and half of the people in a large party in the table next to him. And pretty much that was like the epicenter, basically. That's when because all those Americans went to like New York, LA, Florida. And that's how they discovered, like, okay, we need to trace this, because had they known that it was that bad, they could have told the waitresses and the cooks to quarantine themselves and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's talk about something non-controversial, like how awesome BFA was as an expansion.
Wasn't the worst.
The gearing is what got me off. Like, I couldn't keep up with what they were making me do.
What do you mean?
Well, like, I didn't understand I still don't understand Azurite gear, maybe because I'm lazy right now, but I also don't understand, like, the Azurite abilities or essences or like, I don't understand it all. It's not like the artifact weapon where it's just build it up, keep putting power into it, and you know, that's it. It's like, oh wait, you have this tree, and then oh wait, you
It's actually more simple than the artifact weapons. Like, you get 3 pieces of Azurite gear, your head, shoulders, and chest, and then depending on the piece of gear, they're basically talents within them that you can get, and then each class and spec has desirable talents that you need to go for, depending on what you're doing. So, like, for Mythic Plus, I make one alteration for Mythic Plus versus what I would do for Raid. You know what I mean?
Well, my only concern was like, well, not concern, but confusion was all those rings, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute, I can't use this piece of gear for, like, from Frost to Unholy, so it's like I have to have 2 shoulders now, or what if both of these shoulders are best in slot for Holy and Frost? It was just like, I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, if you're going to be spec dancing, I mean, that's like that with anything, though. You're going to have different gloves, belt, pants, boots, rings, trinkets. Like,
Well,
I mean, that's not any different.
Well, the problem is the different rows within the different one. Like, for me, it would just be hard to keep track of, okay, this one, row 3, I need to switch it to this.
No, don't do that. Just collect a different Azurite piece, like you would any other piece of gear. You know what I mean? Like, don't respec your Azurite gear depending on your that'd be a fucking pain in the ass. You could do that, but that would be awful. It's easier to just get 2 Azurite pieces.
I see. I thought like the Azurite, like, this shoulder has a different one in row 2 than this shoulder, so you got to get this one and this one, but this one might be better for Frost on this fight, and this one might be better on Holy for this fight.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing the spec game, then you're gonna have a lot more gear in your bags, regardless. So, I mean, typically people aren't just going crazy collecting different DPS specs, because I don't know of any class that changes spec based on the fight. I guess, I mean, they'll change talents and essences and stuff, and maybe they'll swap out a piece of Azurite gear. But yeah, it's not that bad. Well, the good news is another thing on top of that is corruption, which is not something you'll have to worry about because they're getting rid of it in a week or so.
Yeah, I'm not worried, but at the time I was like, hey, how do I anyways.
Yeah.
May your blades never dull.
So how do you get tabards? I'm trying to get my Ogremar tabard, but like, do I have to go to a transmog guide, or do I have to like right click my thing?
So you can transmog your tabard into a different tabard that you have.
But how do I get the physical tabard?
To collect the appearance?
Well, no, I have the appearance, but like, I don't have a physical tabard on this new tune.
Oh, just grab. You can go buy a guild tabard or something. from a guild vendor. And then you can just transmog it.
Oh, we don't even have a guild tabard.
Oh, is it just blank?
Yeah. Like, I can't even buy the guild tabard.
Were you at Ogrimmar? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I get there because with this party sync, the portal disappeared. In fact, I can't see anyone here. I shouldn't even be here. I think that's why everything's shut down.
What are you looking for?
There should be an Ogrimmar portal right here. Yep. Here you go, buddy.
I have many, many wares.
Can mog to your heart's content.
Oh, you're the man. I can't, damn. I can't, because I don't have a physical tabard, but... Oh well.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you didn't buy the blank guild tabard?
You can't buy one because we don't have one. Like, Jake
Oh,
has...
that's so stupid.
I know, Jake has to go online. That's fine. It happens. Uh-oh. We got someone in guild chat.
And his name is John C.
I wonder if my pets are gonna come or if they're just gonna bug out.
Did we get into one in progress?
No, the dungeons are all broke up now. It's like, you know, Mardon's like a massive, or it used to be at least a massive dungeon. Now it's just broken into multiple parts.
Wait, Zandalari trolls can be paladins? Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Hey Smash, you gotta link me those lights you bought. The colored lights.
Yeah. They're can lights. I mean, is that okay?
What do you mean by can lights?
Like they're recessed lights in the ceiling?
Well, I just need ones that can go in a ceiling fan.
Oh, just regular socket?
Yeah, just bulbs, like ones that are colored that I can like make green or blue or whatever.
Yeah, so you gotta decide there's like two types of technology, right? There's like Zigbee Z-Wave ones, and then there's Wi-Fi ones. Like the advantage of Zigbee and Z-Wave is that it's not basically another device on your network. The advantage of the Wi-Fi ones is that you don't need a hub. So typically with Zigbee and Z-Wave stuff, you need some kind of hub for them to work. But they are the superior ones just because, again, it's better to buy a hub than to have a bunch of devices bogging your network down. Unfortunately, I do have Wi-Fi ones because I was lazy, but... Oh, wait a minute. No. Are these Wi-Fi? I think these are connected with smart things, so maybe they're not Wi-Fi. I don't know. No, these aren't Wi-Fi. Never mind. I did it smart. But yeah, so you'd get either Zigbee, Z-Wave, or Wi-Fi. But typically the hubs can cost, like, depends on which one you get. Like, they can cost $50 for the hub, and then there's the bulbs on top of it. But if you're just talking about just a couple, then there's no issue getting Wi-Fi ones.
Yeah, I just want to do like 2 or 3 in my ceiling fan.
The best bet, honestly, I would say, is look at like YouTube reviews, because people will do like real. Because I haven't bought bulbs; mine are all recessed lights, which don't screw in. Like they're just like flush with the ceiling. But there are people that do reviews on bulbs all the time that basically compare like quality and price and to find the best ones, because like the Philips Hue ones are real good. The problem is though that they're kind of expensive, and you need a hub with those too.
Because I found some for like $20 on Amazon, but no one could tell me how you actually changed the color or how they worked.
Oh yeah, you'll hook them up to some kind of app, so you could get like a Tuya app, or there's a lot of different things you could do with it. I think I use mine on Tuya, but I haven't. Do you have any smart devices at home, like Alexa or Google Home?
No, I want to get some of those, but I don't currently.
Okay, they're cheap, man.
I want them, but my wife is kind of like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. But yeah, you'll just hook them to an app. But it's nicer if you... and you can program scenes in the app typically. So like that way you're not having to set each bulb. You can say like, set my bulbs to whatever.
It's true. I just want to get like green, like just a... I'm like a green themed guy, I guess. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do green. I don't know, I might change with the times later on. Fucking silencing me. And healing these dungeons is harder than I thought.
Yeah, you could do green, or you could change them all individual colors. Make your own color.
What I'm trying to do is trying to save up the money and do, like in my backyard I have an aluminum awning, and I want to do a sunroom back there and do half of the sunroom like for the backyard and the other half be my office, like, where I can like do streaming and like have some privacy. You're killing it, Smash.
What?
DPS.
Oh. Pff. Oh man, all right. I think I'm gonna hit it.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you so much for helping me out.
Oh no, that was fun. What level are you now?
38. I got 3 levels.
Woo! All right, night, gents.
Night, brother.
There's no
app-based drivers like me are independent contractors.
Your aid.
Nerd.
Do 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 do.
What's up, brother?
What's up?
Oh, you know, just rolling a tune. What are you up to, man?
Yeah, well, I saw on the stream. That was me in the stream. I'm guessing you figured it out.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, was that you or Hayden who had that name? But then I'm like, oh wait, that's got to be the resident Jew himself.
Yeah.
So how you been, man? What have you been up to?
Not much, man. You know, life's been interesting since the pandemic. Not much has really happened. Just I've been inside a lot more, and I played a lot more Final Fantasy and WoW lately. That's for sure. But still here.
Well, did you know that I am making a semi-triumphant return?
Oh, really? How's that gonna work?
Oh, you didn't see my post in Discord?
I did not. Where is it posted?
Just look at the pin messages in the WoW discussion. But basically, I'm basically just gonna be hosting or running like late night, like around this time, like stuff in Shadowlands, like normal modes, maybe some Torghast and Mythic Plus, just whatever we can do, just to have shoot the shit and have fun. Nothing serious, but
That's cool.
So yeah, if you're interested, dude, let me know. Like I said,
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say I might be. I don't know how I don't know how active I'm gonna be in Shadowlands. You know, because personally speaking, I don't. The expansion doesn't look that great to me. I mean, I'll play it. I'll try it out. I mean, I always play WoW to some degree, but whenever there's new expansion. But definitely early on, I'll play with you. I just don't know if I'm gonna stick. If I don't like the expansion, because to be honest with you, it just doesn't look that great to me.
and that's the whole thing of like, it doesn't matter. Like if you just want to log in and raid and just try some raids out for a month, no, it's literally like zero commitment. I'm gonna be online late nights. If you want to come and play, no problem. There's no commitment. There's no, if you quit, I'm gonna hate your guts forever. So yeah.
Did I tell you I finally got a new computer, or you're not?
No, what happened?
I got like an Alienware a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, how do you like it?
I mean, compared to the potato I was on, it's like night and day.
I literally a week ago just got a new computer too.
Oh shit! What type of computer did you get?
I got an iBuyPower.
Yeah, but like, is it good or like what?
Yeah, it's a Ryzen 3600. I got the 2060.
What's the graphics card?
The GTX 2060.
I think mine's a 2070 or 2080, one of the two. I don't remember.
It's, as you can see from my stream, it's handling freaking WoW fine.
What are you running on? What specs? What number? Like out of 10.
What?
The graphics settings on WoW. What are you running? What number are you running it on?
Oh, let me check. I can't check. I'm in the middle of combat right now, but it's pretty high. Like, I'm not on ultra, but I'm like pretty much higher ultra on almost all my settings.
That's cool, man. Did you need an upgrade?
Huh?
Did you need an upgrade? Did the computer need to be upgraded?
Fuck yeah, dude. My laptop had some power, like had like a 960, but the computer I was running, the desktop, I built it a month before Warlords.
Oh shit.
It had the, like, I looked at the minimum requirements for Shadowlands. My graphics card met the minimum, and I'm like, oh fuck, like that's it. Like I can't even raid on this one, and I tried to play, and I couldn't even I couldn't get out of Dalaran without like lagging out. Like my computer just can't handle it. But not anymore, man. So yeah, we've if you check the pin messages, there is there's a horde community that we have, so it doesn't matter what server you're.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm on Area 52 because it's an Eastern time zone. It's the biggest Eastern time zone horde server. I know a lot of you are on Elden, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you're on the same horde, as long as you're on a horde side.
Yeah, like I'm mostly on Kil'jaeden and Tichondrius. So like, and that's the thing, like we don't need to be in a guild, like let's just fucking run shit, right? Like And we have our own Discord, so it's not like we need guild chat or a guild bank or anything like that.
It's true. You watching UFC at all or no?
You know, I missed the fights tonight, but I try to. It's just with the kids, like, I'm busy till like 9 o'clock at night every night. So, like,
Are
watching.
you still working?
Yeah, I still work.
I'm happy you didn't get like laid off or anything.
I took a 10% pay cut.
Listen, 10% is better than a layoff, man.
Oh, it is. Like, I'm not happy about it, obviously. Like, I had my
Is
kid.
it permanent or it's just for the time being?
It's a maximum so far of a 2-year furlough. I just wish it didn't happen right when my kid was born.
Yeah, man. Unfortunate timing, but you know, it's cliche, but it could have been worse.
Well, here's the funny thing, right? Like, I'm probably, for how much the pay cut was, I'm saving almost that much in gas by not driving to work every day. And my wife is saving money on her gym membership and my gym membership, because we're not going to the gym. So, like, I think it kind of evens out, but once all that kicks back in, like, let's say they open up, unless I get my payback, I can't go back to the gym.
Yeah, dude. But how's the kid coming along?
Yeah, he's all right. He's a mess though. He's got like no job. He can't really talk. He just wants to suck on his mom's boobs all day. It's fucking weird.
Freeloader.
But no, he's all right.
I see the other kid a lot more on Instagram. He's like a lot more active and running and everything.
Oh, Antonio, he's a freaking... He's like talking in full sentences now.
So he's Tony. What's the name of your other kid?
Benicio.
Benicio. That's really Spanish right there.
Yeah, I wanted Dominic, but my wife wasn't the biggest fan of Dominic.
Do they have middle names or?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now, so I don't want to tell you, but I can
Okay,
let you.
fine. Tell me later.
Yeah.
I will say though, Marcus, that the 4 or 5 people that are watching online are more than likely not people that are looking to attack you.
I know.
But I hear you, bud.
Yeah, no, you never know, right?
Well, unfortunately, sure, you never know. The internet's very scary.
Yeah.
Could be some messed up MAGA loser.
Pretty much.
God, man, RBG died. I'm gonna kill myself, man. Of course, in 2020, RBG dies right before the election. Of course.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've honestly, like, I was talking to Smash about this. Like, I am so done talking about stuff like that. I'm like so much happier just focusing on the game, focusing on just like stuff that makes me happy.
I know, man, but it's hard though, man, because it's gonna affect you eventually at some point, man.
Well,
But
I mean,
I hear you.
it's like, to me, it's like, you do what you do, right? You do what you can, and you try and live your life. Because right now, like, I'm fortunate enough to live in a state where they're doing things properly. So, like, I don't have to worry about my kid getting sick because, you know, they've been locking things down. But, you know, I'm just doing my own thing, man. Like, I don't need to talk about it anymore because I've learned, and it's like the truest thing I think I've ever learned. I can't convince someone. I can't change someone's mind. They have to change their own mind. So there's no, like, I'm just gonna talk to just gonna talk about things that make me happy. Like, I can argue with Steve or Pete or you about the game, and no one's feelings gonna get hurt.
It's true.
Or even sports or whatever, right?
It's true as well. Are you watching any sports or?
You know, unfortunately, because of just time, I have to like follow it on the internet.
I hear. So what are you doing in the game right now? Just leveling?
Yeah, there's not like I'm just leveling a tune on Illidan because that's where some people are, and yeah, just for fun, like just waiting for the pre-patch so I can roll my Magger Orc tunes.
What do you have to wait for the pre-patch for?
Because I don't have the rep.
Really? I thought the rep was easy for that.
Well, the rep for Magger Orcs, I have to like do world quests, and there's only so many world quests that are up for it.
Gotcha.
Are you still what's up with you, man? Are you working? Are you still going to school? What's up? What's the story?
Not much has really changed. More or less the same. Just everything's online now, you know. My school was one of the first ones in the country to go remotely and close down when the shit first hit, like in
March.
March, and it's more or less the same now.
How empty are the streets in New York?
It's not as empty as you think because, the infection rate is like less than 1%, or the positivity rate is less than 1%. So we got hit the hardest and earliest, but the virus. I mean, there are upticks here and there, but it's not really as prevalent as it anywhere once was. So it was very empty at one point, obviously. When this shit first started, because we were like hit first, beyond and the hardest for anyone. But I'm not going to say things are back to 100% normal, but I don't think. I think if you were on another planet and you were dropped off in New York right now, I don't think you'd suspect there was a pandemic.
Really?
I don't think so. In March, yeah. In April, yeah. Even June, maybe. Maybe even May. But like June, July, it really started just like rebounding backwards, and here we are now. But things are never going to get back to 100% normal until the vaccine's approved. Like, we're not going to have mass gatherings or anything like that until it's the vaccine. So that's what I'm rooting for, man. I want the vaccine tomorrow. If it's approved and safe and reliable, I'll take it. I'll be the first person taking it. I'm not following the anti-vaccine bullshit.
What I'm looking forward to, it really is what is going, like, because things are going to change forever because of this, right? Like, there are going to be some companies that are like, there's no reason for us to rent an office building right now if we can get our work done by ourselves.
It's true. I mean, to a degree, some things will be changed forever. We'll see, I guess. It really depends how effective the vaccine is.
Whichever one they get.
I think masks in general should be a more prevalent thing in mass gatherings in society, like they are in Japan or in like South Korea, where masks are like more of a common worn thing when people go outside to mass areas.
We have done it. I will take the phylactery into safekeeping.
I mean, I hope so. The problem is people are like rebelling against masks.
I mean, I wear a mask almost every time I go out. These people love to hump and cry over their guns, but the second they're asked, please will you wear a mask for someone? But I don't wanna.
Yeah, it's like we want our guns and, you know, we want armed people all over the place, but yep, they can't wear a fucking mask.
Bunch of losers. Have you ever tried out Final Fantasy or not your thing?
I've actually never even tried it out. Like,
I hear you. I love it, man. It's happy to have two games now that I can like play. Like if WoW sucked, I can go to Final Fantasy, and WoW is good again, I can play a little less Final Fantasy and go play WoW. It's good to have those two options.
well, I don't know if I could get into another MMO. I tried getting into Rift and I just couldn't do it because like I kept comparing it to WoW and then certain things would happen and I'd play WoW, so I'm just like, you know, I'm a WoW player. I'm just gonna live with it.
I feel you, dog. Wait, do you watch football? You gonna watch football tomorrow or no?
I'm gonna try. It's just a matter of like whether or not my kid will let me.
Ran into the Chargers or someone, or just the Bears. I forget what football team you support.
I'm a Bears fan.
Gotta love that Mitch Trubisky, am I right?
Yeah.
Anyways, man, I'm gonna go to bed. It's late here. It's almost 2. But it was nice catching up with you and talking to you. Hopefully I'll see you around more, especially because your contact lists well.
You too, man. Good to hear from you.
Yep. Peace.
see. So yeah, I'm just configuring my new healer UI. Frames. Ooh. So I'll figure that out later. Bus and shit. Yeah, it looks kind of awkward, but what I want to do is focus on cooldowns here and abilities here. Target here, focus frame here. Chorus, bro. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like how to track debuffs and stuff for. Alright, I'm never gonna do anything hardcore enough to like warrant like a whole bunch of shit, but I saw you online, I was gonna hit you up, but then you logged off. I was like, oh, I saw you want to kill Jaden. What are you doing, man? You gonna be up late? Oh, I need to go get my flying. You want to hop in my Discord, bro? The guild's my guild's Discord. What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Just eating some late night pizza, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Gamer food.
Finally hit 40 on my monk, man.
Yeah, I see you're chugging along on that.
I'm trying to get flying, but I don't know my way around Ogremar.
Here, let me come help you. Yeah, you want to go up that elevator that's right there?
Oh, there it is. I was looking for it. So hey, did Kill Jaden die as a server? It used to be like a high pop PvE server.
I think it's so mid, like mid-size. Yeah, it's right over here. I just don't want to deal with all the craziness with Shadowlands that comes out.
That's why I'm like, shit, I'm beyond Tichondrius on my Demon Hunter, so I'm like, do I really want to be on that server?
Yeah, I got a login queue every day. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I hear like wait a minute, I can't fly.
I thought it was 60, right?
Oh. Oh. I got the faster, I guess, ground speed mount, but I didn't get the son of a biscuit.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing this game longer than me.
I know, why couldn't I remember that?
So I'm going to change to a Xandalari Troll once that pre-patch comes around. My Monk. I think I'm going to roll Monk Paladin, yeah. One for rating and one for Mythic Plus.
I'm gonna try to have at least 2 tunes that I do kind of like a little bit of everything on. And maybe a third that I just kind of mess around on. I just don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to go Vengeance D8.
Yeah, I was looking at their legendary stuff the other day. I mean, I pray to God that, what was that? Shard healing? I forget what that's called. It was really broken a long time ago.
Oh, the soul shards?
Yeah, the soul shard healing. I have to like go on my demon hunter to look it up, but
It's funny. I had no clue how to tank on a demon hunter, but I got we 3-tanked Xavius, and I was the 3rd tank on that fight.
Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, Spirit, that one. I mean, it's like usually it's like best in slot ability, like it's the best one, but I hate using it. I just never liked it.
I mean, you just do a bunch of damage and you just kill everything. You spit fire and you get all those shards out. Get all that healing back while you do that. Man, so good.
I think I want to do Vengeance DH and then have my alt be a priest. But I don't
think I've ever seen you play priest before.
I have a level 38 priest, and that's it. I'm gonna boost him.
There you go.
Have you used your boost yet, or?
Yeah, it was my monk. The next time walking event, I was just gonna hammer out probably my paladin. I don't know, mage looks good again too, like Frost. I miss playing Frost so much. It's kind of nice though that so many classes are viable.
I don't think it's gonna be like obviously there's gonna be a class that's gonna be better, but it won't be by a mile and a half like it sometimes is.
Right, right.
Now you, what was your first main when you first started playing?
Warrior. Yep, 100%. And Kata.
It was funny was, I was a warrior in Wrath. That was like my original tune. And in Kata, it looked like they were going to make a comeback. Like they got rend and they got, their AoE threat looked like it was going to be better. How were they in Kata?
I won't lie to you, I played arms. I was an arms main.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I wasn't tanking then. I wasn't comfortable enough for that back then.
Were you doing heroics or normals, or what was your shindig?
Yeah, I cleared heroic a bunch of times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had a group take me in kind of randomly. And I'm like, I promise I excel at these games, and like I'm just trying out WoW and really getting into it. They took me under their wing, and I got a heroic clear a couple of times.
Is it a 10-man guild?
Oh, of course, yeah. No way I could try and convince 24 other people that I'm worth their time.
You know, it's funny, and we knew this because we hooked up in Miss. It was so hard to like get people to do a 25-man guild. Everyone just wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
They just wanted that easy way out. Let's just get the 10 people together.
But at the same time, I felt like it was so much more of a connection between 9 other people and you. I thought that was like the biggest pull for me.
Well, I did enjoy my 10-man that I first started raiding with in Miss. Like, I did like it, but when I was in Wrath, my guild did every weekend a 25-man ICC. They usually had to pug like 5 or 6 people. But they just felt so much more epic.
And here I am making a Google Doc sheet of raiders for 1 day a week for 3 hours. I'm like, okay, just sign up with your Google Doc every week. Tell me who's going to be here, who's not. And that's it. Like, I mean, times have changed, but I don't think I think you still make friends out of it. It's just differently.
Yeah, like, the one thing I will say is that WoW players before it felt like more of like a community-oriented game. Like, this is all about making friends, it's all about it's all about working together, and now it's all about, okay, what do your logs look like? Or let's get the spreadsheets out. Like, it's like it's not fun anymore. It's like, I don't care about parses. Like, let's worry about how we can work together as a team to kick this guy's butt. And everyone's like, well, I need to get 50% haste or my damage drops 2% and that messes up my parse. And I don't know. I'm just.
Don't call me out too much there, bud. Don't call me out too much.
Are you like that?
To myself personally, yes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into like the numbers game. Like, I'm more into the fun. Like, I'm more into, okay, I play Prot Warrior. They're not the best, but how can I use my toolkit to be better instead of like, well, you know, Paladins do 2% more DPS. And it feels like, have you ever played a racing game online with like teenagers?
Like Forza or something?
Like Midnight Club or Forza or...
Oh my god. I haven't done that in forever.
So like the kids that play that game, right? They all just pick the Lamborghini because it's the fastest, right? It's like, well, it's the Lamborghini. I just got to be fastest. I'm like, well, I like playing the muscle cars because I just want to race the muscle cars and have fun with it. But these kids play Lamborghinis just so they could win. And it's like, are you really that good, or did you just pick what was like really good? And I don't know.
Yeah, they pick the flavor of the month because they know what's going on, rather than the fun.
Yeah. But I mean, we had a blast in 5-4 with Prot Warrior, man. That was a killer tier to play in.
Well, yeah, because like Vengeance was like the biggest draw for them all, doing 1.4 million damage. It's like a shield slam, and that was reset based off reposit. Like, it was nuts.
Well, like, they made tanking fun in that expansion. Like, you know, like, that's how you get people to play tanks, is you make them do a lot of damage.
I think they're doing that again, to be honest.
I hope so. I mean, like, I can't think of, like, I think we might have talked about this once in, like, a podcast, but, like, how do we get people who won't tank to tank? Or, like, because, like, the game needs tanks, right? So, like, how do you get someone who's, like, a DPSer to, like, want to tank?
That's a phenomenal question.
The only here's like the biggest barrier though is like, let's say you want to be a Mythic Plus tank. You've got to know all the routes. You've got to know all the little things. Whereas like in a raid, it's all about, okay, what's your taunt swaps? But like, it just feels like tanks have to be just, you have to study the game to be a tank, I guess. And I think that's like that's a barrier.
I guess if you're doing content constant enough, I feel like you'll obviously fall and scrape your knee and you're willing to get back up, and your group that you're running with is okay with that. I think it also plays or we could speak to the environment that you're playing in. Like if it's a bunch of friends, I'm sure they're okay with you falling down and scraping your knee and getting back up and trying again. Now on the random scale of pugging and normal, I would tell anybody to just run normals a bunch. Just because I feel normals just scale so well for someone trying to learn. And even then heroic dungeons, it scales a little bit more, but it's not unbearable. And once again, you get to figure out your class a bit more, like your cooldowns, what works, what synergy do you have? Do you have a rogue? Do you have a hunter? It's all about knowing the your team and your comp as well.
And you see, that's a great point right there. Like that's something that should be written down somewhere in the game to let people know.
Yeah. Well, that's like putting student driver on the back of the fucking car. Like, oh no. Like that's what everyone says. It's the same fucking thing, and you're like, oh no, but you know, it's like one of those things we have all been there, but I don't know, I'm down to teach.
Well, I think WoW players are a lot less patient.
Oh yeah, because they want instant gratification.
Well, like when I was playing and I learned how to tank, it was my guildies who were like, okay, Marcus is going to learn how to tank. We're going to run him through Heroic Dungeon and we're going to get him through this. No one is going to do that anymore. Like very rarely do you think anyone can just like, no one has the quote unquote time anymore to do that. I got to get my keys in. Yeah, I mean, from my experience, like everyone's like, man, I don't have time to deal with this guy. I have to get my keys in. I have to do this. I don't have time to like teach this guy to play the game. I don't know,
I feel like you can speak more to that soon because my roommate wants to play. I don't think he wants to tank, but at the same time, he still wants to pick up the game and at least try.
Well, shit, he's got like the best person that I've ever met to help him out.
Well, it also helps that he was like top 500 in Overwatch, so he has some competitive gaming. So
he's gonna pick it up.
Yeah, he's gonna pick it up. So I'm not too worried about it, but I understand your point of like people not having the time or wanting to do that because it's so out of their agenda.
Well, like during Wrath, let's say for instance, like I needed to get my Heroic Dungeon in to get my Valor, right?
Oh my god, Valor.
Oh yeah. Like let's say you and a bunch of other people already got it done, and then John shows up late and he's like, sorry guys, I was late at work. Oh, I gotta get my Heroic Dungeon in. Everyone in the guild would like help him out and go, okay, John needs his dungeon. Everyone who's got a healer, okay, everyone get in and help this guy get his dungeon in, even though they've already done it. Now it's like, even in my guild, that was really helpful. If someone needed something, people were just like, oh, I don't have the time, or oh, I got something else to do. Like it just just seems like that part of people's personality is gone.
Right. I think that also speaks to, that's why I like having alts, or I could play a spec that I know multiple specs on. Like kind of like how you're doing, right? Is you're playing a monk, you can technically heal, but you're probably a more proficient tank. So if somebody needs to do a certain role, then you can swap or hop on an alt.
I think that's I think that's what Shadowlands might help out with, is that it's supposed to be alt friendly, so it's like, hey, I need to do my Mythic Zeros this week, I need to do my keys this week, or I already did them on my mage, I need to do them on my warrior, I need to tank, I need to do it.
Yep.
Your friend that's thinking about picking it up, has he thought about a class, or what's his...
Yeah, I gotta drill down here soon, because fucking, not beta, pre-patches here soon. He mainly played, like, some tanks in Overwatch. Played Winston and, Rhine as his main. And, like, Junk was, like, his, third proficient hero, or whatever you want to call that in Overwatch.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
So I might introduce him to a tank. I'm sure he would be comparable at the beginning, and only just go from there if he learns the class well enough. Like, I would never throw him on a monk. I'd probably throw him on a paladin first, or... Yeah, I'd say paladin, to be honest.
Something that won't die easy.
Yeah, but will also scale really well later on. Has a bunch of utility, can help out the group. I'm sure he could play monk or DK. I feel like when I first started tanking, I wanted to just mash buttons, and there's only 2 classes that you can do that. Well, 3 that you can do that and not be punished for doing that, and that's warrior, paladin, and demon hunter. To where he doesn't panic and then loses his whole shit because he pressed the wrong button at the wrong time.
So do you think the raids are going to be good? I haven't actually looked at Castle Nathria, any of the videos yet.
Don't look if you don't want to spoil it.
Is there like surprises or something?
No, I try not to spoil it, but also describe. I think you should wait until the raid releases because it looks amazing.
Well, the problem is I might have to like lead a raid, so I might need to learn the fights. So I'm like, hey. What was your favorite raid of all time?
Oh boy. I still think Throne of Thunder.
I wish I had come back and done that at content, because I did that in LFR and it was amazing in LFR.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how good that was as a raid.
I was a squishy ass monk tank back then. Am I talking back to your team really supporting you and leaning on you to continue to try and improve? Even though we were like dying because of me as a tank not pushing the right cooldowns. But they were like super supportive. I learned a lot about monk tanking back then in that raid. But I just liked the raid because it had so many different types of encounters.
Even Tortos was fun. Like, who doesn't want to kick a shell like Mario Brothers, man?
Learning how to do that fight, man, that was so fun and heroic back in the day.
I did that fight as a healer, Well, I mean, I did it on every tune, but like on my shaman, I loved it because I would always volunteer to kick shells. No one wanted to, like.
Yeah.
But then, what was the the one fight that the one fight to this day that no one can get, the Darumu. How is that on Heroic?
Really? Darumu? But it's so easy though.
I'm talking
You
like
just follow the pattern.
well, in LFR it was fucking nightmare.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine 25 people running around with their head cut off. It was just like putting world markers down and raiders calling it out.
Was it the same pattern every time, or?
If I remember correctly, no, it would alternate. There was like 3 different patterns.
You know what mythic fight I wish I could have had a chance to do was Mythic Archimond in Hellfire because of the dance pattern.
Oh yeah, he was always a bitch.
What was your favorite boss fight of all time? Like overall, not just for tanks or whatever.
Garrosh.
Yeah, he's like top 3 for me.
Him, Li Shen was kind of fun. I really like that one too.
I wish I had done melee DPS on Siegecrafter.
No, you don't.
Dude, just for the challenge.
Just going through the belt every other time? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, like, I actually did it on 25-man Heroic as a tank, but hearing, like, the rogues and the DKs, like, trying to coordinate stuff and alternating, and to me it was just like, holy crap, this is a crazy fight.
Well, I feel like rogues had it easy.
Well,
'Cause
rogues,
all they do is like pop a cooldown, run right through, and call it a day.
well, they had to also DPS stuff down too.
Oh, that's right. The laser or specific ones, depending on what timing.
Yeah, like either shockwave or mines.
Man, that's some PTSD right there.
Yeah. And my guild did the midwinter strat where they were like alternating based off of cooldown usage. Like what do the healers have left?
Yeah. I think still like why I picked Garrosh is like probably my favorite fight is, well, at least on Heroic. Because how we talked about earlier, Vengeance being so strong and doing so much damage. Yeah, I would pop Recklessness. I think we did have that as a tank back then, but just seeing how much, like tracking it off a weak ore, how much damage you were doing was nuts. And seeing like 1.2, 1.4, and then when you pop Wreck, it was like 1.8, 2 million. And just like, you would see phases literally be dependent on you doing damage because you were doing so much. And like properly placing Garrosh to where the flame from that wheel would come across and kill all of the ads and stuff like that. I think the ending too, to like the last little bit of that, was also really fun. Like kiting him around and then running the wheel into him to crash. And then everyone just is like freaking out, popping lust again.
Yeah, because I never did that on Heroic. I always wanted to know like how the malice mechanic worked.
What mechanic was that again? I have to look that up right now.
It was one where like one person would get malice and people would have to kind of stand around him, like, or stand on each side of him or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember because my buddy Mono, he did it on Heroic and he never understood malice as a mechanic. He just thought, oh, okay, he's got it. I just got to go to the left of him. But yeah, you're right. Garrosh was like, Garrosh and Siegecrafter, I would hit like huge dragon roars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that being a thing. That's right.
know, it's crazy. This PC. It's my first AMD processor I've ever had, and I gotta say I'm impressed with it.
Yeah, I told you.
I had an AMD graphics card in my PC I used for like Wrath, and the graphics card had some issues, so I kind of swore off AMD for a while. I'm like, fuck AMD. Blah, blah, blah.
So what you're telling me is you're gonna get a 3080 here soon. Okay, got it.
No, I can't afford that.
I don't think did you say your favorite boss of all time?
Mine's probably Siege Crafter.
It was very different for the time frame that we were playing.
I mean,
Like
I also enjoyed like Putricide was really fun. Blackhand, obviously, Garrosh.
like Galacrus, even though it was somewhat of a joke, it was a very different fight as well.
Belgar was cool. I also really enjoyed Gul'dan as a melee DPS. Like I don't know if you've seen my heroic kill video. Like I think I was on pace for a gold parse, and I was raid leading at the same time. It was just like, it was just a fun fight for a demon hunter.
What raid is that, Gul'dan?
Nighthold.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's right. Yeah, duh. I hardly played that expansion. It's too bad. I really wanted. I was looking at gear. Because now I'm like looking at the gear from that raid. Is the rogue set from HFC.
That's a cool one.
I didn't really like too many boss fights in that raid. Hellfire.
You know, it's funny. I liked Hellfire. I thought it was a good raid. Like, I thought that there were some bosses. I think it could have. It was a 13 boss raid. I think it could have been like 9.
Manaroth was a struggle there for a minute for a bunch of people.
That was a fun fight. But what's Gorfiend? That was a cool fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of ready as a tank again to like get challenged on stuff like that, like new tanking, not totally new tanking mechanics, but something different. I mean, obviously that's always something we push for.
Well, like, I think that what Blizzard needs to do is like make bosses that don't have to be tanked all the time, and like instead of taunt swaps, like do some dynamic things with ads. Or like for instance, like Galacross had the tower teams, right?
Yeah.
Like that was kind of cool. It's like, all right, take this tank, take a group of people, go up there and handle this thing. Like, or like, and you can do it on simple fights, like
Nourishing.
yeah, Nourishing, that kind of shit.
Li Shen too, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
That fight, I never understood the mechanics, because I was just an LFR hero.
Man, thinking about all these old raids, I keep thinking about the gray groups that I was in back then.
Yeah, you look back and I don't know what it is, but like the people you play WoW with, they become like ingrained in your memory.
Yeah, there's this guy, John, that we would always use a DPS race back in the day because we both played Arms Warrior, or he played Fury, I played Arms, and we would go to the dummy and just like for like 20 minutes, just as soon as our cooldowns were up, we would look at damage done, see who did more damage, and just like competitively have that in us. And I will always remember it. And he still calls me, and we still talk about it and talk about WoW, and it's nuts.
Well, like the guild I was in Wrath for a while, I still remember the names of the tunes of the people in that guild. Like, and I didn't even like talk to them all that much, but it was like you just can never forget those people. Like, I don't know why. Like, I just remember their names, and like because like you did. Yeah. Like, there was this guy in my guild. His name was Cincinnati. He was just a guy in your guild. But one time we did this heroic dungeon, and we had a funny moment in Utgard Keep, and I'll never forget the guy's name. Yeah, I remember Utgard Keep. Oh yeah, you didn't play in Wrath, but like.
No, I do know that dungeon though.
But yeah, it was the one where, you have to shoot the arrows to kill the dragon or whatever.
Yeah, the spears to pull down the dragon.
Yeah, something funny happened with that, but I just remember him being so like angry in a funny way because he was like drunk or whatever, and I haven't heard from him since. I don't know what happened to him, but.
Interesting. I'll be right back.
I think that might be it, guys. Maybe pounding out some levels. I was 35. It's a cool name saved. Trying to think where to put my tunes. Like, does it really matter? It's like Illidan's gonna be packed. Let's take it. Oh. I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Since WoW's not working.